No, this for me would be like a repeat of what I've been saying everywhere I've been to as regards the CBN policy on the redesigning of the naira. Now, the truth boils down to the fact that you can have a brilliant policy, but if you don't have functional systems in place and institutions, the citizens are going to always feel the impacts of the negative impact of the policy. Now, the truth is, the people who don't feel that negative impact are the people who make those policies. And that's why it is important that we focus in the next administration on building functional, sustainable systems and institutions that are not centered around individuals, but they are centered around concepts and ideas that would, move the nation forward.
Larger share, larger say when it comes to issue of decisions as it concerns politics. For you, these coming elections, are you seeing we will not be having issues of vote buying because of this issue of naira design, of course, the policy as or what is at stake as it concerns issue of vote buying?
And what I've seen in the Nigerian political landscape is the lack of trust, because the citizens over time have been played with and toyed with by the religious and political elites. So no matter how beautiful, like I said, a policy is, this policy is definitely, looking at it from a pragmatic perspective, is going to curb vote buying, because for you to have any form of crime in society, there has to be proliferation of cash. It is, sometimes people do business with you, like, I don't want to pay, I don't want to transfer, because when you do e-transactions, it's a proof of a transaction. But when you do cash, it's almost impossible for anybody to hold you accountable for anything. But like I said, no matter how beautiful, great the idea is, over the years, the leadership, religious, political elites, they have disappointed the masses. So they find it very difficult to trust. Even though I think personally that this demonetization is going to help in minimizing vote buying. But at the same time, look at the people, the social consciousness of the people over the years. They don't have any trust. So we have to look at it from a causative factor. We're looking at the effect. Let's look at the cause. People believe that they cannot trust these people. They might be doing this to make sure that we have a free and fair election that is void of vote buying and all of that. But then the trust is not there. But for you to deal with a challenge, you have to look at it from, like I said, the root cause. Most of the time, what we do is we address issues, challenges, the quagmire of issues that we are faced with in Nigeria from the effects. We don't look at the cause. And when you deal with the effect, it's like you're dealing with the fruit, but the root is still there. So the first thing is, why are we sentimental, religiously sentimental, politically biased, and all of that? It's because there's something wrong when it comes to our mental orientation. And that's why wherever I go, I like to talk about mental orientation. Many of us are mentally disoriented. We are not patriotic. We are just either partisan or religiously sentimental. So, and this is one thing that the youth must first deal with, because what we have currently in Nigeria is political campaign of different partisans trying to pitch their candidate as, the best man for the job. But you must first develop this revolutionary, attitude towards fixing a country. If you don't have the revolutionary attitude, you cannot fix a country. And revolution is different from a political campaign. Because you tell me about young people, pitching their tents towards a particular candidate. There are several other young people. I go out every day, I meet people, I do online events, interactions and all that. There are several young people who are also pitching their tents towards Atiku, Tinubu, Obi and all that. So it's not like all young people in Nigeria are for one person.